A raw October day has given way to a cool October evening here at Kuntz Memorial Stadium in Indianapolis as a first-time boys state soccer champ will be crowned here tonight. Undefeated Evansville Memorial takes on upstart Chesterton. Geographically, the Tigers and the Trojans separated by an entire state, quite literally, but tonight they meet in the middle to decide the title. Earlier in the state semifinals today, Memorial extended its record to 22-0-2 with a 2-0 win over Goshen. Goals in that game by B.J. Stapleton and Zach Braddock. Then in the other semifinal match, Chesterton took out five-time state champion North Central of Indianapolis on a sudden death penalty kick score by Kurt Fant as Chesterton won it and goes to 18-4-1. Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Mike King. Welcome to live coverage of this IHSAA championship match. The boys' title will be decided here this evening. As we mentioned, is Evansville Memorial. The Tigers take on the Chesterton Trojans. Proud to be joined by Coach Dan Capsalis, who, of course, coached Carmel to the state championship on this very pitch just 1 year ago. Coach, got to be a little bit emotional coming back here without your own team, and you, in fact, not coaching. We get ready for this one as we're just about ready to kick it off.
It's exciting being here, Mike, and it's just – it's a great environment. Look at the crowd. Look at these kids. It's just awesome. It's a fun atmosphere, and happy to be here.
We are underway. We will give you the starting lineups as we already have action in the box as the ball will come out. Chesterton will try to get it back, and Memorial in blue will control now as you watch live on IHSAA.org. Mike King and Dan Capsalis with you. Memorial looking to go inside, and here's your Memorial starting lineup. Andrew Fuchs, B.J. Stapleton, who we told you had one of the goals earlier today in the win, and Alex Bitter will be up front, the forward positions. In the middle, the midfielders, Ryan Kiefer, Mitch Day, and Austin King. Back at the defender spots, Emil Garcia and his brother Marcel Garcia on the corners. Kyle Kessler and Matt Fain will be in the middle as the stoppers. And in goal, the keeper for Memorial, Trey Wilgus. We'll tell you more about him in just a couple of minutes. For Chesterton, a bit of a surprise as this team, and as we mentioned, the fact that they took out a five-time defending champion, and we'll talk more about that, but the fact that they're here, Coach, there are no flukes at this point of the season. You have earned your way into a state championship game. Luck can only take you so far. And we've already, well, I thought we
Great
had,
opportunity
I
by
looked
Memorial.
and thought we already had a ball in the back of the net, but we have a quick save there.
Great opportunity. Yeah, at this point in the stage of the season, Mike, this is the last game of the season, and Chesterton is fired up. They've not been here before. Memorial is a veteran, well-experienced team and been here many times. But it's a game that's up for grabs, as you know, and we'll see how it plays out. The first 15 minutes, I think, are going to be key. Setting the tone, setting the pace, and calming the nerves and just kind of settling in a little bit. So can be a nerve-wracking environment with the crowd and the whole, the lights going, the whole thing. So we'll see which team settles in, but should be fun to watch.
We are just about 2 minutes into this first half. Of course, we'll play 40 minutes in this first half. The Chesterton lineup looks like this, starting up front, the forwards. Mike Miskalik and Cole Calloway. The midfielders, Alex Gordon, Jordan Lewis, Wes Phillips, and Dan Spears. Your defenders, Kurt Fant, Brian Seawright, Troy Hauk, and Adam Stuber. And the keeper for Chesterton, Alex Mannon, who had that scare just a couple of minutes ago. And Coach, we talk about the fact that it has been a raw, wet day. In fact, it has been raining in this part of the state for the last couple of days. You had an opportunity to check out the field. It doesn't look very muddy, but it is a heavy field out there.
Yeah, and it looks like it can be a little bit choppy. So the key is for these guys is to play the ball on the ground and keep the ball, to feet and try to maintain possession. It can be a little bit tricky, especially if it's a little bit wet. And as the evening gets on, it's going to get a little bit more dew on the grass. So ball on the ground, ball to feet, maintain possession, keep your composure. First touch is going to be key for both of these teams, and we'll see how well they adjust to the field.
The throw-in as we watch Chesterton trying to move the ball across the midfield stripe, and Chesterton looking to control after Evansville Memorial made the charge early. As Chesterton now once again comes across, the hand goes up, and the ball will go back to Memorial. Coach, you take a look at what this Evansville Memorial team has done. They came into this match ranked as the number one team in the state of Indiana and the number 3 team in the United States, but you say that, in fact, has been revised.
As of this week, they were actually lifted to the number 1 spot in the country. Evansville Memorial is number 1 listed on the National Soccer Coaches Association of America national poll, so they are ranked number 1 in the country right now, which is just an outstanding accomplishment.
So you are quite literally watching the best high school soccer team in the United States of America when you watch these guys in blue out here. And keep in mind that this is a school of 815 students from Vanderburgh County in Evansville. And Coach, that says something about the parity, I think, of the single-class system, which the IHSAA still operates the soccer competition under.
Absolutely. The smaller schools like Canterbury and Memorial have been, mainstays in the Final Four, and they've won several championships. I mean, Bill Veith at Memorial has already won 5 state titles, not since 1992, and they've been back here many times. So these small schools are extremely strong and capable of taking on any big players. We've played these guys over the years many times, and it's back and forth. So they've got a great program and a great history and a great tradition.
Trev Wilgus with the big boot out of goal. And, Coach, kind of interesting when you look at the fact that this Evansville Memorial squad basically has played this season with not one but 2 frontline keepers. Wilgus is the guy in control today. He is a junior. But senior J.T. Welty has also seen time in 21 matches, and the 2 of them are very close to seeing even playing time. Trev Wilgus just over 1,000 minutes, and Welty nearly 850 minutes. It's not something that you usually see 2 guys splitting that much time in goal.
No, it's kind of like that old quarterback controversy. Which one do you play? And they're both solid guys, and they both have performed well. And Coach Veith has a choice to make. And based on which one he feels is going to be is hot. It's nice to have 2 goalkeepers that strong. We have that kind of versatility, which is very unusual.
We have seen scoring opportunities early on here for both Memorial and for Chesterton. Coach, is it the nerves? And neither of these teams have ever won a state championship. However, let's give the edge to Memorial in terms of appearances. And if there is a nerve edge, I guess it's going to have to go to Memorial for being so familiar with this sort of setting.
Absolutely. And Memorial has won many state championships prior to IHSAA. As I mentioned before, Bill Veith has won 5. And I think they have 10 or 11 to their name. So they've been in this situation many times. It's an opportunity.
Yeah.
They have a little bit of an edge because of that experience factor. But the nerves are going to settle down here in about 5-10 minutes, and both teams are starting to settle in a little bit.
Just to give you an idea, and there's the header, and it's going to be kicked out.
Outside. Nice opportunity.
Boy, Memorial definitely forcing the action here early on as we are just under 4 minutes, make it 6 minutes into this match. So we continue to watch Evansville Memorial try to apply the pressure, but now Chesterton will control. Coach, we're talking about a team in Evansville Memorial during this postseason run that has outscored its opponents 35-1.
Yeah, that's just it's so dominating and so impressive, Mike. It's when you have a team that's on a roll like that, you're
Chesterton moving. Oh, boy.
Nice opportunity there.
Chesterton goes into the middle. It was all started by Dan Spears as he got the ball inside. I believe that was Mike Miscallick who had the opportunity and went just high. The ball sails over the crossbar. But, both teams have had opportunities here early on.
Absolutely. This is like a hockey game right now. It's going back and forth, and it's fun to watch. But you mentioned the 30-1. What's even more impressive for Memorial, they've only given up 8 the entire year, which is just amazing. So they're on a heck of a roll right now, and Chesterton is trying to change that, and they're doing a nice job. The ball's in the air a lot early in this particular part of the half, and the key is to just get the ball on the ground, settle down, and play the ball to feet and maintain possession. The team that's going to maintain possession is going to have the better opportunities.
We've played 7.5 minutes of this 40-minute first hour. There's a push. And that could get a card, no. And instead, we'll simply give the ball back to Memorial. And I tell you, we saw the shove to the back there. And, Coach, we saw an awful lot of yellow cards in the semifinal matches earlier here today. It was getting physical. And that time, as we watched number 22, that being Matt Fain, he put basically put the forearm to the back.
Yeah, they're gonna go at it. This game is all the marbles, everything these kids have worked for all year. So it's going to be physical, it's going to be emotional, and you're going to see some physical play for sure. The 2 guys I think to really watch for both of these guys are, ironically, are both number 20. Jordan Lewis for Chesterton and Mitch Day for Memorial coming through the midfield. These 2 guys are key for both of these teams to lead the charge and set the tone. So watch for both number 20s on both sides of the field to see what they can do. And